Long before Britney Spears was seeking legal emancipation, she took a road trip with three friends following high school graduation. We're talking Crossroads today on Groverserved. Hi, I'm Tanner Grover. Today we're taking a look at the MTV 2002 production Crossroads, a road trip teen comedy-ish, I guess you would say, featuring mega pop icon Britney Spears. I'm not sure younger people will really understand what a star Britney was at the time. You can keep your Swifties. We had the Britney Army. She was on the cover of every magazine: 17, Teen Beat, Tiger Beat, Cosmopolitan, Teen Tiger Cosmo, Cosmo Tiger Teen Beat. It was insane. But before we get into the details, if you could go ahead and smash that subscribe button, as if you were getting ready to smash it at a night at your local karaoke bar, I'd really appreciate it. There's a lot of singing in this movie, and I'll spare you my singing voice. But while you're at it, go ahead and click that notification bell, so hopefully more of me shows up in your feed. A friendly reminder that Groverserved is not a spoiler-free show. Crossroads is a movie that doesn't suffer so much from bad acting as it does bad writing. Shonda Rhimes wrote the movie. She's the person who penned Grey's Anatomy, and the film Crossroads feels a little bit too soapy at times. But let's get into it. Three childhood friends bury a time capsule and vow to dig it up together on graduation night. Roughly 10 years later, the three friends find themselves drifting apart. It's now graduation day. Lucy, played by Britney Spears, is the valedictorian. Kit, played by Zoe Saldana, is the popular girl. And then we have Mimi, the outcast, played by Taryn Manning. She finds herself 5 months pregnant. Mimi appears to be the only one to remember the pact and corrals a reluctant Lucy and Kit to meet at midnight and dig up the time capsule. It's here that Mimi reveals that the next morning, she's about to embark on a road trip to Los Angeles, where she plans to enter a contest and win a recording contract. Both the girls express concern about Mimi driving to LA pregnant, but Mimi says, don't worry, she found a guy to drive. Still unsure, Lucy and Kit are like, I don't think that's the best idea, so Mimi says, hey, why don't you come with me and we'll make it a road trip. The next morning, Lucy and Kit meet Mimi, and together they take off for the road. There's a pretty funny scene where Lucy meets the guy for the first time, and then comically turns to Mimi in the back seat and says, who is this guy? And Mimi just says, that's Ben. Isn't he cute? It's as if Lucy suffered some overnight amnesia and can't remember that the entire reason they were going on this trip in the first place is because they didn't trust Mimi traveling with some stranger. But, oh well, at least it looks like an Abercrombie & Fitch model. The next portion of the movie further reveals the motives for why each of these characters are taking the road trip in the first place. Mimi, of course, wants the recording contract in LA, and Kit wants to go there because that's where her boyfriend is. They were engaged last December, but he's been kind of ghosting her for a few months. And Lucy, she wants to make a pit stop in Tucson to see her mother, whom she hasn't seen since she was a little kid. Finally, there's Ben. His backstory is a little murky. We know that he's been in jail, and he may or may not have killed a guy. All that coming-of-age drama is set against the fun backdrop of the road. There's a lot of car karaoke. Let's go, girls. We're singing Shania Twain. We're singing Sheryl Crow. Hell, we're even poking fun at NSYNC. Ben gets so fed up with it that at one point he pulls over, gets out, and starts stomping his feet. Lucy goes out to check on him. Ben's so mad, maybe he'll kill her. Ben keeps saying, you understand, I'm a guy. I'm a guy, a guy. He says it 3 times. Lucy doesn't know what to do. Ben just says, you know, it's my car. It's the only thing that hasn't been taken over by chicks. That's real dialogue, but such is Crossroads. A turning point in the film comes when the car breaks down and the gang finds themselves hard up for money to fix the automobile. They enter a singing contest, and Mimi, who wants the recording contract, gets stage fright. This is where Lucy takes over, and we get full-on Britney Spears doing Joan Jett's I Love Rock and Roll. One might think Mimi would be a little jealous, but they wouldn't really understand the makeup of this movie. This is a Britney Spears vehicle, and even though this kind of lost me a little bit, I get it. Plus, we get more sympathetic for Lucy when she does meet up with her mom, and her mom just explains to her, "Sorry kid, you're a mistake." She's moved on and has started a new family. The final part of the film hits us with an overload of drama. We have Ben attempting to console Lucy. He finds her poem book and decides to write a song. He wants to help her win that song contest and get that recording contract. He also takes her virginity. Then we have Kit. She's ready to confront her boyfriend and figure out what's up. She brings Mimi along with her and then discovers that her boyfriend, Dylan, actually was the one to impregnate Mimi last December. Mimi, super upset, runs down a stairwell, trips, and then loses her baby. The gang's in the hospital. They all console one another. After years of separation, they've all finally bonded, but now it's time to return home. Lucy's overprotective father, played by Dan Aykroyd, comes to pick the trio up and bring them back home. In the cab, he says to Lucy, "I'm just glad you're safe, but it's time to get your life back on track and get ready for college." Lucy just says, "Dad, we gotta have a happy ending to this movie." And so, her, Ben, and her friends go to the song contest. She sings Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman, and presumably becomes a famous pop star. We end the movie with the three friends on the beach burying another time capsule. Before I go ahead and rate Crossroads, if you could take a moment to subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate your support. Alright, I'm going to have to go ahead and give the movie 3 glasses of wine. As I mentioned earlier, it's mostly hindered by the writing of Shonda Rhimes, and the pacing is also very abrupt. At times the movie doesn't really know what it wants to be. Is it a drama? Is it a teen comedy? At the start of the film, we're introduced to Justin Long, Lucy's lab partner. He's pretty hilarious. I wish he would have been a larger part of the film. I think his presence would have brought some levity to those heavier moments. I do get where Crossroads didn't want to fall into that trap of being another teen comedy. Oftentimes, movies of that era were associated with this misogynistic quality. But then you have films like 10 Things I Hate About You, or even I Love You, Beth Cooper, that really did a great job with strong female leads. I wish the film would have veered more in that direction. I did appreciate the acting of Britney Spears. She was way better than I anticipated, and I wish we got more films out of her. If you've seen Crossroads, let me know what you think of her acting, or maybe mention another movie that features acting by a pop star. Madonna had some great films as well. Britney always kind of followed in her footsteps to a degree. Share whatever thoughts you have. Alright, thanks for tuning in to Grover Served.